Well, I'm here with my friends, the songwriters of our brand new song, Prince of Peace. Thanks for joining us today, y'all. Crossfront Music just put out an Advent EP, and it's been a favorite on the EP so far. And I think this song is a baby, maybe less than a month and a half old.
Something like that, yeah.
It's a brand new song, So I'm sure people are wondering, what is it like to write a brand new song, and what was the inspiration of Prince of Peace?
We knew kind of going in when we stepped in the room together, we kind of all had the idea of peace on our mind. And so we had this quote by Cornelius Plantinga. He said that shalom is human flourishing, and then it's the way things ought to be. And so we kind of started from that point and just writing toward the design of creation and what it looks like for peace to be across like all of creation. And Jarrod had this kind of melody idea.
It was just a random melody that everybody kind of has, like, you know, their notebook that they kind of keep little ideas in. And that one was, you know, a week or two old, and I was like, this might work. But what was cool was as soon as I said, none of these lyrics, but this melody idea, and immediately you kind of took part of the melody and said, that could be cooler if this, and it just immediately kind of fell into like a rhythm of, let's try this, like let's just see.
In my experience with songwriting, you either come into a room kind of not knowing what you're gonna write, but in this case, you know, you all had prompts. We were trying to write for a specific thing. After you got done writing the song, what stood out to you as an important or impactful part of that song?
I think for me, the part that stands out the most is one of the verses. It says, "There is a name whose gentle voice speaks to me above the noise." And that was a lyric that we kind of fidgeted around with for a little bit. The main idea is that, you know, especially like for my generation, I feel like there's so many voices that are coming at us from social media, entertainment, friends, family, all that kind of stuff, and there's so much anxiety. We just need a gentle voice to calm all of that noise and to speak to us peace and tell us what is actually true about ourselves, about God, about our lives. So that's what stood out to me the most.
That's great. That's great. When I think about peace, I think about a lot of things in our world that don't seem peaceful. And whether that's personal family issues or internal mental or physical issues or issues out in different nations, what do you all hope is something that people would take away or be impacted by when they listen to this song?
Yeah, I think if anything, you want to know that regardless of your situation, that you can find or you can hope for God's peace in that. I think that's the thing we were writing towards. We all have different levels of stress and things going on in our lives. I've got a 2-year-old at the moment, and I'm like, okay, that's a lot of you know, chaos in our space. And some people deal with, you know, 1,000,000 times that in what they're going through. But all of us can stop at some point and go, we worship a God who's bigger than the chaos that's around us. We worship a God that's bigger than the things that are happening in our lives. And I do believe that God's in the restoring business, and He's constantly restoring each one of us and restoring His creation in general. Those are the things that I was thinking about as we kind of started putting words to melody. It was, man, how do we show that that's the thing that we know we're going towards with these simple words here?
That's beautiful. I'm disappointed you didn't use the word shalom in rhyme in the song.
We should have.
Well, we tried.
A rhyme for shalom.
Go back
on the spot.
home.
What's the rhyme for shalom? Home, see?
Little gnome.
Christmas gnome is what you should.
Christmas gnome.
Thank you all for writing such a great song. I hope that people get to meet the Prince of Peace. And peace is not just a feeling and experience, it's actually a person. And he has a name. And hopefully they meet him as they listen to your song. Congrats on a brand new song. Thank you.